Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So, the last World Tournament did actually surprise me in that there was not a new World Tournament LR, right? This is a World Tournament that just finished. We're about 12 hours or so from getting the World Tournament rewards in. And LR Demon King Piccolo was still the local World Tournament reward LR for this World Tournament. Again, it seems as though this went on one World Tournament too long. I was expecting this one to have a new World Tournament LR, but in the news, they did go ahead and state down here that the next World Tournament is going to have a brand new LR in it. So that's going to be very interesting because, you know, this is now... LR Demon King Piccolo is the 4th World Tournament LR we've gotten. I mean, now, by the way, Dokkan, now would be a good time for that World Tournament revamp, by the way. Would be nice, you know, if that would go ahead and come in, right? So, again, Demon King Piccolo is the 4th World Tournament LR. The very first one was our boy, OG LR Piccolo. I would say, without question, this is the worst LR in the game. He does almost nothing. He's just quite bad. I'm in the process of getting him to full level 10 links now because I do have him rainbowed. And we'll take a look at... I might take LR Piccolo on a world tour just for the meme. But we'll see. Again, he's not very good. That's unfortunate for our boy. Right. So he was the first World Tournament LR back in 2016. Then Tien and Chaozu got an LR in 2017. Then here in 2018, we got the LR Yamcha and Puar. And then in 2020, we got LR Demon King Piccolo here. So, I mean, it's interesting to see, right? So we started out with basically 2 Dragon Ball Z LRs. These 2 right here are from the fight against Nappa, right? Like, Nappa kills all 3 of them. You know, Tien, Chaozu, and Piccolo, basically. Well, Tien and Chaozu sort of, I guess, kill themselves, but, yeah, I don't know. You could sort of attribute it to Nappa, I guess. So those 2 are Dragon Ball Z LRs, right? And then we have these 2, Yamcha and Puar. This is from within the first... This is like episode 5 of Dragon Ball or something like that, right? Like, this is from, you know, Yamcha and Goku's very first encounter. And then also over here we have LR Demon King Piccolo, who, of course, you know, this is one of the most iconic moments in the series when he, you know, wishes to become young again and then kills Shenron. Unfortunately, him killing Shenron is not actually in the animation, which is unfortunate because it definitely would have been really cool. Now, this guy is really quite good, I would say, especially because he's Extreme Tech, which doesn't really have too much in the way of power, right? Like, it seems like every time they release an Extreme Tech unit, it's either not that good or it's fairly wonky. So any extra power for this category team is definitely very, very good, right? Now, I guess it's time to sort of theorize on what might be coming for the next sort of like local LR. Now, the last 2 have been Dragon Ball Saga. Honestly, I would like for them to continue doing that. To continue to push the Dragon Ball Saga category to relevance here. Because, you know, the category is very limited. It's going to need a lot in order for it to actually become a actual competitive team, right? It's going to need a lot. And, I mean, now that Videl has a Dokkan Fest, you know, something like Yamcha or maybe like Forearm Tien from Dragon Ball certainly could be a Dokkan Fest. Jackie Chun and I think all the World Tournament winners getting Dokkan Fest to me sounds like a really plausible thing. Again, now that Videl has gotten a Dokkan Fest, like, you at this point, like, before it's always like, oh, Garlic Jr. Dokkan Fest. It's like, I don't know about Garlic Jr. getting one. Now it's like, oh yeah, literally any character could get a Dokkan Fest at any time. It certainly could happen, right? So the first 2 were Dragon Ball Z, the last 2 were Dragon Ball. Now again, the ideas I have pulled up here, I think, are characters from Dragon Ball. I think it's probably going to be from Dragon Ball Saga, but I guess it's possible that maybe they what if they did like Dragon Ball GT local rewards now, right? Because GT definitely also needs to get buffed. For whatever reason, they are very hesitant to buff GT on both Dokkan and Legends right now, right? Now, in Dokkan, like actually some of the high points of Dokkan's lifespan have been GT related things. Of course, it was the Super Saiyan 4, which is ridiculously hype, right? But I feel as though we potentially, maybe they'll do 2 Dragon Ball Z, 2 Dragon Ball, and then maybe we'll do 2, back-to-back local LRs that are Dragon Ball GT. I would say it's possible, but again, I'm leaning much more towards Dragon Ball LRs here. So one thing we could take a look at, so this first unit, this is who I think it actually is going to be. We take a look at the Legendary Election. Many of these characters have LRs at this point, right? Beerus got an LR afterwards, Demon King Piccolo, Cell and Cell Jr. Again, you just go through and most of the characters on this list have LRs, outside of really this was Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks. Like if you clicked on the picture, this was Spirit Bomb Sword Trunks, Merge Zamasu, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Kid Buu, Ultimate Gohan, and then basically Master Roshi, Goku, and Krillin. So I actually think this is what we could see as the next World Tournament local reward card. I think this would be very, very hype for a lot of people. I think this would go over very well. The other thing is that this character would be on a number of category teams. I could easily see them making this like a powerful Turtle School category support type unit or something, right? With that category having recently been introduced into Dokkan with LR Master Roshi from the 6-year anniversary, I do think this would be a prime candidate. What categories would they be on? They'd be on Dragon Ball Saga, they'd be on Turtle School, they'd be on Joint Forces, they would potentially be on Kamehameha, and then potentially on World Tournament as well, but it's hard to say for sure. See, this is a problem too, is that the World Tournament category is just getting nothing. Like, Dokkan Fest Fidel being left off the World Tournament category is, criminal. Like, they needed her so bad. She would have been, actually, 3 times as good as any other character on the World Tournament category. Like, they needed that Dokkan Fest Fidel on there. And they left her off for, whatever reason. I have absolutely no idea. But she's gone, right? Not on that category. I think... Again, sort of looking at Dragon Ball, it does seem like they really are pushing the sort of Dragon Ball Saga characters through the World Tournament. It does make sense since most of the basis of the series is the world. OG Dragon Ball mostly does focus on the World Tournaments. I guess besides actually collecting the Dragon Balls, when Goku is encountering the Red Ribbon Army, and then of course when Demon King Piccolo first shows up. I think a Great Ape Kid Goku is another potential option. The only thing about this is that I feel like this is actually an ideal Dokkan Fest option. Because, let's look at Goku's categories. So let's pretend this is Dokkan Fest Great Ape Kid Goku, and let's pretend he is exactly as good as Videl. You're talking about putting a unit that's, I would say, head and shoulders the best you are in the game on categories like Low Class Warrior, World Tournament, Giant, Dragon Ball Seeker, Youth, Dragon Ball Saga, Great Ape Power. All of these teams that need more units and need powerful units. This, honestly, is an ideal Dokkan Fest option. But if they would make him an absolutely crazy LR, that would be sick. Honestly, the more I think about it, there's no way, a Kid Goku like this would be a World Tournament local LR. This is a money character, right? This, it's I feel like it's not quite on the same level as saying, I think, a Super Vegito is going to be World Tournament local LR. But, I feel like Kid Goku, again, he's way too much of a money character for him to actually be a World Tournament local LR. But, I mean, how many LR-worthy moments are there in Dragon Ball? Probably not that many. I mean, well, it's hard to say, because, Yamcha and Puar got an LR, so they really could just do anything. Right? Bulma has very few cards. What if Bulma got a local LR? That would actually be really cool if they gave one to, maybe Bulma from the very start of the series. Because, Dokkan and Legends typically do very similar things, right? And Legends recently just released, basically, Youth Bulma as their 1,000-day celebration login unit, right? So, potentially dropping, a similar, Bulma-type unit as a World Tournament LR in Dokkan makes sense. So, if there was just an LR Bulma, it should be on Peppy Gals, Dragon Ball Seeker, Youth, Dragon Ball Saga, and Earthlings, because I'm sure it would be, this is Bulma from literally, episode 1 right here, right? And I think that would make a lot of sense. to sort of like introduce a local LR for Bulma is from within one of those very first few episodes. People could say like, oh, what would her animations be? And it's like, dude, like Bulma has all these gadgets. Like she gets on a like motorcycle. Like it could easily be like the scene where she like kind of is driving the motorcycle and they go over a hill and they fly and then like her bike like crashes into an enemy or something like that. Like that, it would be fine. Like who cares, right? Like I think this could be a good World Tournament LR. Buffing a lot of categories that need it, right? Bulma right here. I also think potentially like buffing up the Red Ribbon Army could be a very good idea. Honestly, like we already have the Android category. I think a Red Ribbon Army category could work as well because a lot of those androids would go on there, right? Like actually, honestly, like it almost seems like it's a similar unfortunate thing as to like Majin Power, where Majin Power really should have been not only all of the Majin Buu units, but also all of the other characters like Yakon and Majin Vegeta and stuff like that. Also should have been a part of the Majin Power category. And then it's the same thing, like rather than an Android category, like a Red Ribbon Army category, I think would be a little bit better. Now Mira would not be on the category, right? Android 21 would still be, the Android 16s would still be on there. That would have been, it would have given us more relevance to some of these characters in here, right? Like a better General Blue. Mercenary Tao is absolutely going to get a Dokkan Fest if Videl got one, for sure. Staff Officer Black could potentially get like an LR or something like that. Like there's a bunch of different things they could do combining a lot of these characters into an LR, like all of the different, like, because that's like silver, that's red, that's black, that's white right there, right? Like all, like, because all of the, like, sort of like naming scheme that the Red Ribbon Army went with was like color based, right? I believe this is violet right here. That's obviously blue. This is yellow. This is just these two are filler characters right here. Like this what's funny, there's filler where this guy like is the guy who created Android 8, but then that kind of clashes within Dragon Ball Z when they sort of have like Dr. Gero who created the androids, right? So then it sort of clashes with this filler of, oh, well, why did they say that this guy created Android 8 then if Dr. Gero was the one creating the androids, right? Nonsense like that. Then we got Ninja Murasaki and stuff like that. So I think like combining a lot of the Red Ribbon Army into an LR would be really good. And then there's the Piccolo Jr Saga, the 23rd World Tournament. There is so much in here that they could go ahead and transform into a bunch of top tier cards. Kami has barely got anything. I mean, we could get a Kami from the first Dragon Ball Z movie on Movie Heroes. That would be good. Obviously Kami participates in the World Tournament. He disguises himself inside an Earthling right here. Which so many people, I see this all the time, people tweeting me, people posting on the subreddit and stuff like that. Why is this guy on Realm of Gods? It's because Kami is controlling him. And then this fight against Piccolo is actually pretty good. It's very short, but it's a pretty solid fight that these two have right here. So, like, creating, like, good versions of these characters could be good. They certainly could work as LRs. I mean, this Piccolo so obviously deserves a Dokkan Fest. And, like, they give him a different name. Like, they call him Piccolo Jr, Ma Jr, right? And he's got his giant form as well. Like, there's a lot that they could do with the 23rd World Tournament in total. Like, so many characters are there. Like, Yamcha, Krillin. Like, this is how they massively buff like the World Tournament category, right? It's just releasing a ton of characters from specifically this World Tournament, right? Not even really like Dragon Ball Saga summon banners. Jackie Chun is really good, but some of the other ones aren't really the craziest. But like a World Tournament local LR would be nuts. Again, for like, I don't know, maybe like, Kami inside, because I believe they call him Shen in... No, Shen is his name in the Japanese dub, like that, because it's supposed to be like a word play or something like that on God or whatever. Like it's supposed to be the clue that it's Kami. And then I believe in the dub they call him Hero. Yeah. Here, let me pull. Where is his name? I want to pull it up real fast. Here, maybe down here. Where are the characters? Yeah, right here. Okay, Hero. Yeah, I believe in the Japanese he's called Shen. Yup, Shen, known as Hero in the Funimation dub. Yeah. Because Funimation called the Crane Hermit Shen, so then they have like a conflict of characters. Yeah, see right there. For Crane Hermit, see Master Shen. Again, the Japanese version, he's just called Crane Hermit, right? And then they give him Shen in the dub, so I don't know. But let me know what you guys think. If you think it is going to be Dragon Ball Saga. Again, right now I'm definitely leaning much more towards the fact that I think we're very likely to see a Dragon Ball Saga LR. To me, this makes so much sense after LR Master Roshi from the 6th-year anniversary. Dropping a Roshi, Krillin, and Goku I think would be really good. There's a lot of options, but like Dragon Ball Saga needs the buffs, right? Like, you know, it was cool to get, like, LR Piccolo and Tien from the Saiyan Saga. If they want to do another Saiyan Saga LR, I would not be opposed to that, because we do need to start getting the Saiyan Saga category ready to go for when it inevitably is going to be added into the game, right? And there's so much they still can add. Basically, all of Dragon Ball up to... Man, it's like up till Gohan vs. Cell is still pretty limited. There's still a lot of Android Saga stuff they could do. We don't have a good Super Trunks in Dokkan. You know, honestly, Final Flash Vegeta, I do think it is an LR-worthy moment. Remember that, like, you know, sort of like our community, like, you know, people who watch the Funimation dub value, you know, Final Flash Super Vegeta much more than, like, those in Japan do. But I still do think that is an LR-worthy moment regardless, right? For sure. You know, like Trunks transforming against Frieza, like, you know, we don't have Goku doing the frown after finishing off Frieza's not in Dokkan. Basically, what I would like to see Dokkan focus on, one other issue I have with Videl being in Dokkan Fest is its goddamn Buu Saga again. Enough with Buu Saga. Let's go to, like, before Gohan vs. Cell. I want, moving forward, anything from before Gohan vs. Cell is basically what I'm looking for. That is all the stuff that has to be sort of filled in by Dokkan. We're good on Buu Saga. I mean, they're going to keep pushing movies, right? But after they're done with that sort of, you know, up to the Worldwide Download Celebration, hopefully we can move on to, again, the early stuff. Build up Namek Saga, build up Saiyan Saga. I think the roots of the series of Dragon Ball is definitely what they should do. So anything another Dragon Ball LR would be really good. Again, this being my pick. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.